think having teachers as streetwalkers is better than having streetwalkers as teachers. So I think it's probably a good thing.
Well, here we are in Missoula, Montana, and one of the wonderful things about living in Missoula, Montana is it's just filled with street artists. This street artist happens to be our mayor. Your name is, sir?
Mike Cadis.
Mike Cadis, our mayor, a wonderful hula hoop artist here on the streets of Missoula.
Oh, wait a minute now.
What day is it today, Mike?
This would be, I don't know, the 11th?
The 11th, Friday. I don't have my glasses on. Can you see the courthouse up there so we can really document this? And oh, good. Watch on.
12:51?
12:51, Friday the 11th here, April. Temperature, would you say, Mike?
Oh, we're about.
Welcome to Teachers on TV. We're live today on October 17th, 1997. I'm Craig Messerman, and I teach Earth Science at Sentinel High School.
And I'm Laura Evans, and I teach English at Big Sky High School.
We have 6 teachers from around Missoula here today, and our purpose is to learn about MCAT and how to make a production here. Also to talk about some issues involving the schools, and to give you a chance to call in and ask us questions. So please.
That's great. Hey, it looks like we have a caller.
Oh, we do.
Super.
Okay,
well, let's see. Which one did we push
the
here?
button with the red dot,
Line 1.
and then the yellow one, the
Got it.
yellow slash.
Okay, and the purple dots.
That's
yeah,
one.
that's that
That'd be
one
the
right
one.
there.
Okay.
Hello, caller. You're on MCAT.
Hey, Mr. Pauls, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Uh-oh, you're on the hot seat.
Yeah. It's like, let me think. Do I recognize this voice? Not yet. Keep talking.
Well, I had long hair.
So did I, but I was calling Mr. Pauls.
We're on your video. I'm watching you right now.
Good deal.
You grew a mustache since last year. I graduated.
You graduated. Super. What semester were you in sculpture?
Yes.
No, which one? First or second?
Second.
Second. Okay.
Oh, that was that pimply-faced one.
Oh, yeah. The pimply-faced one with long hair, right, that I couldn't keep still.
I bet he's got a question.
Do you have a question for us?
Actually, no, I was just calling to say hi.
Oh, hi, Saul. I got it, right?
Okay, which guy were you?
Me.
Got him. Got him.
Gotcha.
I'm going to look at this camera all the time. This is a poem by Sandra Alcazar called A Fish to Feed All Hunger. On the porch like night peelings, bags of red hackles. The fisherman is dressing, capes of moose mane around him. In his vice, he wraps the waist of a minnow with chenille. We wade downstream. I am barefoot. The fisherman stands thigh-deep, seining insects. Perhaps today, in this blizzard of cottonwood, it is the caddis that rises. After a year in mud, from larvae,
The story of capital punishment goes as far back as recorded history. The earliest form of execution was drawn up by the Code of Hammurabi in biblical times, famous for its eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth simplicity. The code recommends burning, drowning, and impalement by sharp sticks for such crimes as petty as merchants cheating their customers. Used throughout history, burning was satisfying to the witnesses who wanted the condemned to be punished. During the famous witch trials of the 16th and 17th centuries, thousands of innocent victims were damned for witchcraft. The religious attitude of the times made these executions extremely emotional scenes. What is seemingly the least humane in today's society is the firing squad. It yields an almost instantaneous death due to a loss of blood from ruptures of the heart and lungs. The cruel and unusual side of this method comes into play when an executioner misses the target. It took Gary Gilmore 2 full agonizing minutes to bleed to death. The oldest form of
on the juvenile justice system. It is an assignment for our sociology criminology class at Big Sky High School during the spring semester of the 1997-1998 school year. Our objective here is to find the statistics of youth crime, the solutions for those crimes, either punishment or rehabilitation, and how the public feels about youth crime. Throughout this video, we will present to you interviews of officials directly involved in the youth justice system, results of a survey taken by Big Sky students, on-the-spot interviews with youths involved in the juvenile justice system, and much more. The purpose of this is not to give viewers a negative opinion of youth in Missoula. It is just to help give the public a more educated look at the way the youth crime is handled. We hope you enjoy and learn from the following presentation on youth crime and the justice involved.
And cue our talent. Okay, hi, thank you for coming on behalf of all of us. We're doing a criminology project right now on youth crime and the punishment and rehabilitation of those offenders. And we would like you guys to introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about what you all do. So we'll start over here.
I'm Chris Odlin. I work for the Missoula Police Department, and I'm assigned to the Patrol Division.
Rocky Harris. I'm with the Missoula City Police Department, and I'm Sergeant Uniform Patrol.
I'm Paul Johnson. I'm the principal at Missoula Big Sky High School.
I'm Ray Young. I'm going to be interviewing all these fine people today.
Did your model look the way that you expected it to be? Well, yes and no. I think I should have made the house out of wood instead of cardboard, and the tree should have had leaves on it. And what did you try to do with this model? Make it a model size in a city-like house.
Rose!
Stop that yelling. You're gonna wake up Ray now. I just got her to sleep.
I just stopped by to pay Pa his $20 that I own. Where's Pa at?
He should be here in a minute. I'm getting ready to go down to the church. Sit on down and wait on him.
I gotta go down to Bonnie's house and pick her up.
Well, sit down on the table. He'll get it.
All right. See you, Rose.
All right, Lance. We'll see you.
Okay, Clark, do you feel that Troy brought a negative or a positive effect to the play?
I think it was positive, just because he's like the main character. He's gotta take charge at the beginning. So without him, it's like there wouldn't be much of a play. So it's got to be positive.
Okay, Jennifer, how do you think that Rose's clothes were symbolic to the play?
I don't know.
Well, were you like wearing an apron or a dress or?
Yeah, in a way, it seemed like she was she kind of held the house together with like doing like chores around the house, like cooking and cleaning.
Hi.
Hi.
Did you used to sleep in my room?
Yeah, that's my room.
Yeah, that's what Pa called it, Corey's room. It's got your football in the closet.
Now, get in there and get them good shoes on.
Ma, I can't wear these.
When I get to heaven, and I just can't wait, I'm gonna walk right through them pearly gates. All my friends are gonna be on board, and I'm gonna have me a talk with the Lord. Now, Lord, I've been mean and honored all my life, but I paid for my sins down there. I'm mighty proud to be here. Just one thing got me worried, though. I hear tell stories how we gotta lay around up here all the time, playing our harps, flutter our wings and such. That's the way it's gotta be. I want to hand in my resignation right now. Why, one of the worst times I ever spent in my whole life.
In September of 1996, I had an idea for a theme for an installational video that all 3 high schools could participate in. I started calling the theme of the project the Ideal Room, but Rick Phillips decided the word ideal was too Greek in its origin, and that perfect was something that people could understand more. The idea of the show was to ask different high school students to describe their conception of what they thought would be a perfect room, whether it was a classroom, a living space, a space for family activity. They could really define the type of room, the purpose of it, and the basic elements of the room. For the installation, we combined some elements of drawing that you see here and some sculptural elements of installation using 9 television monitors that play back the same program simultaneously with a hi-fi audio. Students at Big Sky at Tim Nielsen's class also contributed drawings, and on the wall you see that we have text there that was generated by an essay contest in which people would write about their concept of the perfect room.
My room would have to be the windows. There's no walls. They're just windows. They're walls, but they're windows. Really pretty windows, though. And they're like half the room would be a big bed, and the sheets would be blue, and the ground, the carpet would be a little bit shaggy, but not too shaggy, and it'd be white, and the walls would be a dark blue. And the ceiling would be rounded on top. It'd be a round ceiling, so I could put all my posters and everything or whatever up there. I'd have a lot of shelves. I'd have a shelf over all the windows and a shelf below the windows. And everywhere there's not a window, there'd be a shelf, so I could put all my cool little knickknacks and everything and all my books that I read. And I'd have a fish tank in the center of the room it's a long tube. And it'd be pretty big too, and it'd be a fish tank, so I could get up in the morning, I'd look straight forward, in the middle of my room there'd be this fish tank. Yeah, that'd be good. And I'd have stairs to one corner that I'd just lead down. What I'm trying to say is it'd be like living on top of a White House. No, lighthouse. Yeah, not White House, lighthouse. Lighthouse would be good. That would be my perfect room.
Would have to be a garage, working on a car. I love working on cars. I don't have much else to say. There you go. That's a perfect room.
A perfect room would be if I could have a bedroom that maybe I could keep my brothers out of. That would be my perfect room. Okay.
My room has unlimited dimensions. I made half of it so it's nighttime and half of it so it's daytime. My room has unlimited dimensions. I'm not sure which half I like better, night or day, so I made both of it.
My room has unlimited dimensions. I love the outdoors, and I love the water. I love the outdoors, and I love the water. My room has unlimited dimensions.
Everybody else has been saying that in their perfect room they'd have things like basketball courts or bowling alleys or pool halls, and I figure, heck, why not put everything in it? My perfect room has to have a pool hall in it, video games, stadium-sized basketball court too. Some indoor tennis courts would be cool, and I kind of like the idea of having a carousel in my room. I also need an espresso bar. I also need a McDonald's. All my best friends have to be there.
When you said 4 o'clock to go,
like down in Boulder, people, the only repairs the landlord is responsible for. It's not in the lease, the landlord's not responsible for maintenance. So they really promote heavily the model lease that they have, and encourage people to use it. And put in there very specifically who's responsible for it. Thank you. And they're not protected by state law.
Hi, I'm Joel Baird. I must have spoken to you on the phone.
Hi.
Here's Katina and her teacher, John Egan.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Now
you're here. Okay. Let me tell the mayor that you're here. All right.
He knows.
Here he is. He knows.
If it's spelled out.
Katina standing up.
Hi, Katina.
Hi.
I'm like, thank you.
I'm her teacher, Joni.
Very strong.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Safety standards.
Okay, where are we going? Should we unpack this and...
set some stuff up, or?
Well, Katina's just going to handle it. No, off you go.
Oh, okay. It's me and him by ourselves.
I want to address some adolescent issues. I went around and I asked some classmates if they had any suggestions, and we came up with the following. Okay, why does Missoula have a curfew for minors?
Well, I didn't know that we did. I think communities have them because over the course of time, there are problems. Some minors work. It's not always just minors, but minors are easy to pick on in this case.
Yeah.
Get caught doing things they shouldn't be doing, and so you end up with a curfew. I didn't even.
The hall stands silent, at least for the moment. Then the bell gives a sudden, almost startling, yet beautiful and glorious cry. Freedom is here. Hundreds upon hundreds of feet and voices rejoice. We are free, say they, free for the time being. In that brief and few, but well-awaited time, nothing seems to matter. Then and again there is a cry, yet this one is not beautiful and glorious. It is wretched and horrid. It sweeps any thought of freedom from one's mind. The hall stands silent.
It's winter time in Montana, and there's snow on the ground. It's winter time in Montana. It's way too cold for a hound. It's skiing season in Montana. It's great when you're skiing down a hill. It's skiing season in Montana. When you're skiing, watch out for Bill. It's really cold in Montana. You either dress warm or stay inside. It's really cold in Montana. And if you said it was hot, you lied. It's dangerous in Montana. Drive slow to avoid a crash. It's dangerous in Montana. If you get stuck, turn on the flash.
confusion. Forgive the intrusion if you're offended. Forget the whole thing. Forget me. Forget my love. Suck in your breath. Close your eyes to it all. Turn around so you don't see me in this state. Laugh and roll your eyes. Poor stupid girl, they seem to say. Always too good for me, but good enough to talk to, strong enough to lean on, just not enough human in me to respect. But enough to play with, enough to have my eyes fill with tears when you leave, enough to keep coming back when it hurts so much. You know you have me. Reel me in and cast me out. Sink me as low as you can, then jerk me up, only to laugh in my face. You see the words caught in my lips, and you twist them. I love you turns to hate, to confusion, and still I ask you for forgiveness, and never regret a single moment.
The river is a straight rapids until it strikes big rocks or big trees with big roots. This is the turn that is not exactly at right angles. Then it swirls and deepens among big rocks and circles back through them where big fish live under the foam. As it slows, the sand and small rocks that picked up in the fast rapids above begin to settle out and are deposited, and the water becomes shallow and quiet. After
Gazing in awe at the world you weave, with hours of dedication and dewy beads of diminished light between the yellow of my newspaper box and the red flag when my mail has arrived. I have bills, letters, magazines. You have lunch, bitter autumn leaves, scraps of cloud in azure sky, resisting but detoured in your black hole oblivion. You ask if I wither and drift away in my house of stone. Like you, sometimes I fly, kicking pearly spirals behind me, while I watch the storms and rumbling traffic. With the comfort of my couch and a roof, I begin to understand your restlessness. You live in a place that withstands less, where the drowning sound of wheels and glassy pelting drops of rain-slick stars is your front yard. With one swipe of my astounding fluidity, your only stability would be crystal threads dancing in the wind.